Hey everybody, welcome back. Today is April 17th of 2021, and I just wanted to do a quick follow-up video on the video I made yesterday, which is linked down below in the description. Just before I went live yesterday, they released the name of the shooter in the Indianapolis FedEx incident. And I didn't mention his name in my video because I hadn't really looked at it, but it turns out that it's very much a part of the same riddle that I uncovered in my first video. And the name Hole is really what brings this all together. As I highlighted in my first post, this shooting in Indianapolis was in tribute to the Great American Total Solar Eclipse in 2024, which passes directly over Indianapolis. In Gematria, FedEx Corporation equals 188, and the shooting was 1,088 days before that eclipse. Now, when we talk about eclipses, one common phrase that people use to describe an eclipse is a black hole sun. Back in 2017, the same year as the first Great American Total Solar Eclipse, we had the death of Chris Cornell on May 18th of 2017. And the date May 18th is relevant to the black hole sun riddle because black hole sun had a running time of 5/18, just like the death date of Chris Cornell. So we're going to talk about how the name Brandon Hole is a numeric tribute to the numerology of Chris Cornell on this particular date. Now again, this shooting was in the city of Indianapolis, which has reverse gematria of 201. 201 is also the reverse value of eclipse code and eclipse ritual. It's also a significant number to the Jesuit order, whose emblem, a sun with its corona, remember a corona only visible during a total solar eclipse. So the Jesuit order equals 201. The first Jesuit pope, Pope Francis, his real name, Jorge Mario Bergoglio, equals 201. The founder of the Jesuit order, Ignatius of Loyola, also 201. The shooting in Indianapolis fell 201 days before the mayor of Indianapolis' birthday. That would be Joe Hogsett. It was also 201 days after the Jesuit order anniversary, which falls on September 27th. Now check out the phrase black hole sun in Gematria. Notice you get this 201 in the reverse alphabetic order and a 123 in ordinal. This matches the value of Indianapolis, 123,201. The name Brandon Scott Hole, the shooter's name, sums to 263 with capital letters. Now this is a significant number as well. 263 is the 56th prime number. And when we talk about a black hole sun, I tend to think this more accurately describes an annular solar eclipse, since part of the sun is still visible during that type of eclipse. And if you measure from the date of the shooting, which was on the night of April 15th, to this year's annular solar eclipse, you find it fell 56 days before. 56 is the value of FedEx shooting in reverse. In standard reduction, Society of Jesus is 56. This shooting was also 5 weeks and 6 days before this year's total lunar eclipse, a big one I've been talking about a lot recently. And this name, Brandon Scott, even has a 56 as well. We'll look at the rest of these numbers in a second. But in regards to 56, Chris Cornell, who passed away at the age of 52, would currently be 56 years old. Not only that, but he'd also be 270 days after his birthday. Remember the Jesuit order's anniversary, September 27th, falling on the 270th day of the year. And Society of Jesus, 56. So now we get the name of the shooter with the last name Hole, Brandon Scott Hole, the initials BS Hole. Think about black hole sun, B hole S. same initials. If we use prime numbers, we find that the name Chris Cornell sums to 416, just like the date of the news of this shooting, 4/16, April 16th. In the reverse alphabetic order, Chris Cornell sums to 188. That's the same value as FedEx Corporation and also Bernard Lawrence Madoff. Remember that shooting in Indianapolis, also a ritual connected to the recent death of Bernie Madoff. The date of the total eclipse that passes over Indianapolis in 2024, that'll be on April 8th, the date written 4/8. And check out the name Chris Cornell in Gematria, 408. But how about this? If you measure from his death to the date of the shooting and the date of the news, you get 3 years, 333 days. Remember, Chris, which sums to 33, died at the MGM, which sums to 33 in Detroit. His death fell 3 months and 3 days before the first Great American Total Solar Eclipse. That was on August 21st. You go back 3 months and 3 days, you get to his death. Black hole equals 33 in Gematria, so does eclipse. Remember Chester Bennington, who was Cornell's good friend, sang at his funeral. The name Chester equals 33, and then Chester would die 33 days before this same eclipse. And his death occurred on the 33rd parallel. My post on their deaths is linked here in my latest blog post. Also worth noting that the song Black Hole Sun was released in the year 1994. And this was the same year Kurt Cobain died. It was a major eclipse ritual. Total solar eclipse equals 994 in English Gematria. So no doubt the release of Black Hole Sun was in tribute. What's also significant about Chris Cornell's birthday, July 20th. Remember, July 20th was the date of the moon landing. Well, the first one anyway. And Chester Bennington would go on to die on July 20th, interestingly enough. But what's so significant about the date July 20th is that it falls on the cusp of Cancer and Leo. And Cancer is the sign ruled by the moon, whereas Leo is the sign ruled by the sun. So that date kind of represents a total eclipse, the merging of the sun and the moon. The date July 20th, Chris Cornell was born in a leap year, so that was the 202nd day of the year. And in the alphabetic order, total solar eclipse equals 202. Now, this release date of the song was changed at some point. It used to read May 4th, the date written 5/4, probably because sun equals 54. Don't forget the sun, also with this 33. But if you measure from the date of this release to the date of the shooting, notice how you get exactly 1,405 weeks. And I had to note that the name Brandon Scott sums to 145. I wouldn't have mentioned that because that's his first and middle name, but also notice the 46 in reduction, a sacrifice number. It's been 46 months since the death of Chris Cornell. So a couple of ties in there, but how obvious is this, guys? You know, we're talking about how this shooting is connected to the eclipse that passes over the city. And then they come out with the name of the shooter, Brandon Scott Hole, reminding us of Black Hole Sun and the Chris Cornell riddle, which ties in oh so perfectly to this event. All right, everyone. Thanks for checking this video out. Again, please feel free to check the description for more work on this incident. Peace, love, God bless, and we'll talk to you next time. See ya.